Still day two. Just got to the farm. It's 5:30, so we've only got about an hour or so before it gets dark, and got some stuff to do. Principally, just wanted to try and see if we can get these fingerlings to take our maggots, but it's pretty cold today, so the tilapia don't do as well in the cold. Their feeding response might be a bit down, and it's later in the day as well, so we'll see. We might not be able to see them taking the BSF, but I hope so. Check on the status of Pond Rosie, see how that's going. They ordered some pipes for the inlets, because we've had to, obviously we talked about extending the height before they were cut to 1 metre. The outlets need to be a bit higher than that. I can see some rippling on the Pond Dillon where the fingerlings are, so they should be at the surface. So anyway, let's get to it. Rinsing them just in the water because they were a bit grubby. You can see them all wriggling around now. So now stuff that's not been digested. But I mean, all this is good for the ponds because it's just fertiliser essentially. But because we want to see if the fingerlings will take the maggots, I want to just rinse them so it's a bit easier to watch what's going on. But can't see them. Do you know where have you seen the fingerlings? So let's check them in. They actually float a bit, which is really good. Some maggots floating around in the pond. There's some pellets floating. That's great. What's really good that they're floating though, because that's what we want. We want them to float because then it stimulates they get more of a chance to be eaten, and we can see it's a bit like the feed as well. So, see that? Definitely taking them, I think. So, look at this, people.
Some of them have been...
They're definitely getting eaten, which is wonderful because size was definitely an issue. So, even Dr. Richard, resident expert, is saying they're being taken away. I can see them. It's hard to see on film, but they're definitely getting sucked down. Some of them sinking. Some sink, some float. So, but the fact that some of them float is fantastic. Oh, they're going crazy here.
So they're going for the ones which are sinking first, and then they come to the surface.
Yeah, it's true. But I mean, this will be very good for their instincts because the worms, the maggots are wriggling, and that's much more instinctual for a fish just to go for it than a pellet, which just doesn't move on its own. So yeah, this is great. There's been some progress, right, from yesterday. Just got this bit in the middle to do. There's a bit here. Which is a bit wet, so I think they'll leave that to dry. Open the channel up, let the water drain out. But it rained again today, of course, so a couple of days work perhaps. Not too much more to go. I'm thinking about adding water into that pond behind us in a second, so maybe we'll do a ceremonial opening of the waters into the pond with Richard and Samuel. Another beautiful evening on the site. So we're not going to fill up tonight. Well, actually, no, we are. The men kindly agreed to just sort out the banks. You can see there's like a bit of slip. Here's the easiest part. You can see the slippage just needs to be cleared up. It shouldn't take too long. Then we'll put a couple of bends in, not the proper pipes as we're going to have it. We'll just do that, and then we'll start filling it overnight. I don't think we're going to get Richard here to start the trial, which is a bit of a shame. But I think. Realistically, we always knew that probably wasn't going to happen. The advantage is it does give the fingerlings an extra week, I reckon, to get to that good size so they can suck down the BSF. And Richard's, he's like, oh, it's a feed trial, it's easy. I think I'm probably just a bit nervous because I haven't done a feed trial before. But I think he's right. It's we just need to go through the protocol of what to do, so we'll get it right from day one. So me, Richard and Samuel will sit down tomorrow and go through that. I think we're going to feed them, and then we will, we'll get cracking tomorrow morning in the potty tunnel. Hopefully, I'm hoping to get it covered tomorrow. And then we still haven't found these. We're supposed to have got some pupa on the bus, but they haven't arrived, and the bus conductor's gone off to Kampala. So still trying to track those down, but hopefully we'll get those shortly. I'll have to get some sawdust now, get some food, wash up, a bit of report writing. The advantage of me staying here is you get a lot of work done, because I don't have to pretend that I'm a dad for a week. I can just, with the parenting duties that come with having a family, I don't have to do any of that. I can do it guilt-free, just crack on. Off we go. Just at the chaos of the bus park, waiting for our pupa to arrive, because we didn't have any lumber, so we ordered some on the bus, but they've gone missing, so we're just trying to find them. Hopefully we will.